Okay, let's go to rotations. This is part 2. Let's look at some examples. Before we move into that, I just want to show you something real quick. We talked about counterclockwise, how these are the way that the points are going to need to be adjusted. But I put over here another column dealing with how do I move it or how do I adjust it if they are going clockwise. So rotating counterclockwise 90 degrees is the same thing as 270 degrees clockwise. We'll show you that in just a second. 180 degrees either way is going to be exactly the same, done the same way. Rotating 270 degrees counterclockwise is the same thing as 90 degrees clockwise. Of course, 360 is the same either way. So let me show you just a real quick picture of that. So if this is my triangle, and this is the point right here, we'll call it the origin, that we're going to rotate around. If I take my triangle and I rotate it 90 degrees, that's going to be my new shape. See if we can get all that in there. Okay, it's going to look like this. If I rotate it 180 degrees, it's going to look like this. If I go 270, it will look like this. Okay, so by changing that to clockwise, go back to where it originally started, I changed this clockwise, 90 degrees is going to look like right here, which was the 270 of counterclockwise. Okay, so just a couple of quick turns just to show you what to do there. All right, let's look at some examples. So the first one, we have this point A is at 3,5. I've already labeled mine here. And it wants me to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, so here's what I usually do, is I take my point, 3,5. And if you have a triangle or something else, you'll have more points to do, but we're just doing a single point here. And that's always going to start out as XY. 90 degrees clockwise, all right, I'm going to go up to my little chart here, 90 degrees clockwise shows me that my new points need to be y, comma, opposite x. Y, comma, opposite x. So, rotating point A is going to be y first, so that's 5. Opposite x, opposite 3 is going to be at -3. Okay, so if I rotate this point, 3,5, 90 degrees clockwise, I'm going to end up at 5, -3. So I'm going to count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. This point right here will be my rotated point, A prime. Okay, it's not hard, but you have to be very methodical. Okay, let's go to the next one. Here's my point D. It's at 0, -5. Okay, again, that starts by X and my Y. And I want to, there we go. And I want to rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. So here's my counterclockwise, 90 degrees, opposite Y, comma, X. So it's just manipulating the X and the Y's around. So you can do it whatever order you want. I'm going to do the X first because that's not going to change. And then this means the opposite of Y. My Y is -5, so the opposite is going to be +5. This is going to be my new point. So that's going to be out here at 5, 0. That's my new D point, D prime. Point A is at 3,5. Okay, it wants me to go 180 degrees clockwise. So I'll start with 3,5 as XY. 180 degrees clockwise is opposite X, opposite Y. Again, you can check the chart up there. So my X and Y aren't switching around this time. It's -3, -5. Opposite, opposite. So -3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my A prime. Okay. And my last one here, my last example, again, I'm going to use this point 0, -5. It wants me to go 270 clockwise. So I go up to check my chart here. 270 degrees clockwise is opposite Y, comma, X. Okay, so again, I'm going to leave my X, my 0, and opposite the 5 is going to be +5. So that's going to be out here. Well, what do you know? 90 degrees counterclockwise and 270 degrees clockwise are the same thing. Okay? One last example. Let's look on the last sheet here. I've gone ahead and labeled mine as ABC. I've located those ordered pairs for those 3 points. And now we want to change each one of those so that we rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, if you look on your chart, 90 degrees counterclockwise is opposite y, comma, x. So for all 3 points, that's what I have to do. So I'm just going to get rid of doing all this first. My x, my original x's here, are going to not change, and but are going to a different spot. So they're going at the end here. -4, -4, and 0. The y's, the -2, the -4, and the -2, they're going to go to the opposite. So this is x, this is y. Opposite -2 is +2. +4, +2. Now these are my 3 new points. This is A prime, this is B prime, and this is C prime. Plot those 3, and you have your rotated triangle. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my new A prime. Here's my new B prime. Those two will be connected here. And at 2, 0 is my new C prime. Okay, so you can see that this shape was turned counterclockwise. See what it looks like? Looks like it just right there. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Good luck.